So we want to work on the testimony session. So let's go to our Figma and to our Elementor file. So I will duplicate this here because it seems we're having the same pattern for it. So then I'll move it to where we need it. And then I'll change the text. The text here is testimony. We're having testimony, so it will be placed here, and then text here. So in the case of this one now, in the case of this thing now, I'm going to be making use of grid container. So grid will be 3 by 1. So let's remove the margin, padding, and then also let's set it to full width 1. Also the next thing we have to change this one to what? 0. Don't need it for now. So let's bring in our container here. So the container also, we set the margin to 0, we set the padding to 0. We are going to change it to full width. This one also will be gone. So what's the next thing we want to do right now? So let's look at our container now. So let's also bring in 2 container in here. We want to bring in 2 container. So the first one is full width. We are changing the margin, setting the margin and the padding to 0. Also, we are setting this to 0 as well. So let's now duplicate this. So the first one now will be bringing text into it, because this is what we have in here. Text here. So let's copy it and then let's paste it there. Let's copy it and then let's paste it. So we are having size of 16 pixel. We have a size of 16 pixel, and then the line height is 24, and then the width is 400. The line height is 24. So don't forget, the background color here is this. You set the background color. So let's come over here and then set the background color here now. So the background color is, we're having the background color to be this, and then also we're also having the border radius to be 16. So that is what we're having right now. So the next on the line is this one now. So you agree with me that this one is going to come to the second container. So for us to move on, let's give it padding of 24 all through, because looking at this place now, we're having a padding of 24. So we're having a padding of 24 all through. So the first thing here now, let's set what the first thing here now. We're having our image, we're having our name, the location, the star, and then the trust pilot. So let's set that now. So first and foremost, let's bring into container into this as well. We're bringing into container. The first container, we are setting the margin to 0, the padding to 0 as well, and let's duplicate it. So we are duplicating this. So the first one, we are putting our image there. So we've imported the image already. So let's align this image to the left. So the second one here now, we're having this. This is what we're having. So this one I want to create the Tunde and the location. Let's put it in one container, and then the star and the trust pilot, let's also put that in one container. So by doing that, I'm also going to bring 2 containers into this place now. So let's set the margin to 0 and then the padding to 0, and then let's duplicate it. So we are duplicating that. So let's set everything now. Let's set this parent container to row. We are setting this container to row, and then we are giving the first container, which is this, we are giving it width of 20%, and then we are giving the second container width of 80%. That's what you want to do. So in the case of this now, let's set the gap to 0. Can you see? Also as well, let's set this gap sum to 0 as well. So in the case of this also, let's set the gap to 0. So what are we having there now? We're having Tunde and location. So in the case of this, we'll be having heading. We'll be having heading of Tunde, and then we'll be having location. So that will be a text widget. So the text widget is here now. So let's copy this text widget, which is location, and then let's paste it here. So let's style this Tunde. The Tunde here now, we're having what? This is the color, 16 pixel and then 600 width. So 16 pixel, and then the color is this, and then we're also having the width of what? 600. So here we are. And in the case of location, we're having the color to be this, and then we're having 14 pixel, and then we're having the width of 400 pixel. So this is what we're having here. The width is, we're having 14 pixel, width is 400, and then we're having the color to be this. So the spacing between this, the Tunde, and then that is what, this is the container of Tunde and then the location. So the gap we should be having here should be 4. So that is the gap we're having here. And in the case of this, we're going to be having the rating and then the trust pilot. So Elementor have a widget called rating as well. So let's bring in the rating here, and then also let's bring in the text widget here. So the rating and the text widget are in the same container. So let's put this here, and then we should style it. So the trust pilot. So let's set the direction of this to roll also, and then let's align it, and then let's put space between. So we are good like this. This is what we want to do. So in the case of the trust pilot, let's style it. We're having 14 pixel and then 600 width. So 14 pixel and 600 width, and then what are we having also? We're also having the color of this. We also have the color of this. And let's change the color of this to, let's change the color of the star as a brand name. So in the case of the color of the star, yeah, that's what we're having. So for the context, we've been having a margin and padding. So let's set the padding right to 128 pixel, and then the padding left also to 128 pixel as well. So for this one, we are going to give it a margin bottom of 24 pixel. So look at what we have right now. This is what we are having right now. So on the mobile mode, on the tablet mode rather, let's change this one to 40 pixel. The left and the right to 40 pixel, and then let's check the, so let's change this one to 20 pixel. Let's change this on to 20 pixel. So in the case of this now, in the case of this, let's set the width to 100%. So we're waiting for it to load. Let's set it to 100%. This one, let's set it to 20% as well here. 20%, and then let's set this to 80%. So let's now give it a gap of 10 between these two. So let's change this. Let's change this on to 70 pixel. Let's change this on to 78 pixel, 78%. Let's change it to 75. Yeah. So this is what we want. This is what we want. So this is what we have now. So just let's go back to the desktop mode, and then let's duplicate all this. So let's duplicate this, since it's the same thing. I'm duplicating the first time and then also the second time. So we are now having 3 all together now. And then what's the gap between these two? The gap between these is 32. So let's go to the grid now. There's the grid. Let's go to the grid. So, and then we set the gap there to 32 pixel. 32 pixel. So let's see what we have here now. So look at what we have. This is what we have right now. So look at it, look at what we have. So let's go to the tablet mode as well. Let's see how it is displaying. So on the tablet mode, we want this one to be 2. This one to be 2. And then we want this one to be 20. Yeah, that's on the tablet mode. So, and then on the mobile mode, I believe this one is going to make it quite responsive. So everything is responsive. So we've come to the end of this. So the next session will be what? We will be designing the send us session, and this is the contact us session. We'll be making use of Elementor form to design it. Thank you.